Good things, Delmarva.
Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us this morning. Well, as we've said, the holidays are commonly and typically a joyous time, but for a great deal of people, they can be filled with anxiety, depression, and the like. This morning, we're wanting to spend time with Dr. Samantha Scott to talk about what to look for and how to push through to maybe overcome the holiday blues. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You and I have been talking about this because I just keep hearing things from people and agencies having dinners and things because they don't want people to be alone or they want to help people who get in a funk. It's a real thing, apparently.
It absolutely is, and much more common than most people think.
Yeah.
Very common.
So are people kind of, does it start with Thanksgiving? Is it a Christmas thing or is it a holiday thing?
Sure. Well, kind of in preparing for today, I kind of broke it down into two different areas, and I think there's a couple of things that happen. I think the first is the winter holiday season. I mean, there's a change in temperature, people are not outside as often, you're not doing as many active things, and I feel like sometimes that gets the ball kind of rolling. And then everyone starts gearing up for holidays, and it's just a stressful time of year. And people assume that it's supposed to be a great jolly time of year.
I'm supposed to smile.
Right, I'm supposed to be happy. It's the holidays, and now I have 10,000 more things to do and, you know, way less time to get it done. And so when I see people, it's a very common time of year for people to come in. Like you said, they get in this funk, and I'm irritable, and I'm lashing out at people I love and what's going on.
Do they know when they come see you? Okay.
Sometimes. Well, they know how they're acting.
Okay.
But maybe not necessarily why.
Okay.
Excuse me. So when they come, I say, okay, there's something that you need to know about, and we talk about vulnerability factors. So let's think about why this time of year is so different for you. And probably off the top of your head, you can already think of 10 things.
I'm at 20.
Right, right. And so typical vulnerability factors are, you know, stress and lack of sleep and, you know, things like that. But then you throw on the holiday season, and now you have all of these different obligations. You have holiday parties. You know, your kid comes home at 6 o'clock and says, oh, yeah, I need cupcakes tomorrow morning.
Right.
Okay, you've been there. And now you have family coming into town, and so wants to meet for lunch, and
Christmas cards to get out that aren't even ordered yet.
Right, and, you know, the new iPhone's coming out, and can I afford that for my kid who asks me every day for something, you know, that starts with I.
Yes.
You know, and it's just all these things build and build and build, and people tend to forget that we're only human and we can only handle so much. And I think the holidays put on extra pressures to be able to handle these things that we typically don't.
And so you're able, I imagine as soon as a person walks through the door and you kind of see, okay, check, check, check. Oh, I know what's going on here a little bit.
Yeah.
Are people, do they believe that? Like when you say, are they like, no, that can't be it?
No, people usually do. And I'm a very hands-on visual person, so I say, okay, just tell me some of the things that have you stressed out. And then within 30 seconds, you have, you know, a paper full. And I said, okay, here's why. And people are like, you're right, okay. And, you know, people will come in and say, my husband and I had this awful fight over, you know, grocery shopping. And you know, it comes down to, well, you had this holiday party last night, you didn't get any sleep, you were up until 2 a.m. making the cupcakes, and then your little kid forgot to take them to school, and then, you know, it's all these stressors, and then it usually comes out in different ways, and so I think being aware of that is probably key number one, too.
Okay, so we want to talk more about, you know, once you've recognized the symptoms and kind of what to do. So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we want to spend some more time talking about, because we're here, we're in it pretty much, but there's still a little bit to go, and those vulnerabilities are still very present. So we'll talk more about what to do and maybe what people can do to avoid it or to at least push through it.
Absolutely.
So we'll be right back. Stick around. We have more Good Things Delmarva after this break.